Okay, let's get going. Just gonna assume things are working. And get started here. Yep. Yep. Audio works. Cool. So, um, I want to put in just a short, just an hour and a half ish, today, because everything was so awesome when I last left. Um, so let me kind of quickly review what's going on and what I'm trying to do. I'm still, yes. Uh, what began kind of one way has kind of evolved and clarified into this specific tool that I'm building called Chatfield. It's a developer's tool. It's a tool intended for other software developers to use. And the point of it is you can just easily define your kind of interview, if you like. And from there, Chatfield will kind of operate a conversation with the user, kind of driving to, if you like, populate this form, to fill in this form, to populate this data model, whatever you want to say. So, and then there's lots and lots of syntactic sugar to help. I actually have not yet implemented these these like validation tools, but in fact both of these, but I'm not worried. That's not really a huge issue just at this moment. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think it adds any new unknown challenges or risks. So I feel fine there. But what I have done is all of these typecasting. So, you ask for information from the user, and then it's all cast back nicely, as various nice helpers. Here, yeah, choose many. This all works now, basically. So you can pass in, if you like, a set of choices, a list of choices, and it will categorize them for you. It will categorize that data field for you. So there's a lot of kind of helpful work. I need a cough. Something else is we're going for Zoom professional etiquette here, not YouTube professional etiquette. So the Zoom professional etiquette is, I think, far more kind of low low bar. The point is to document everything and to get all the work captured. I don't work on this project unless I click the record button on YouTube. So all of this has come from all that work there that I've recorded. So today, I think something fun to do, even though there's still some missing stuff. I think that's okay, because I would say the kernel works. In fact, let's just go play. Let's go play. Let's play with it. So what I want to do is something I've sort of never really done exactly, which is this thing originally started from prompting Claude Code, and Claude Code built a lot of code. And then I might want to go back and revisit my kind of thinking. There is so much has changed since then. I don't think that's necessary. I think I can see the code speaks for itself. But I kind of rewrote the data model underlying this. I kind of thought through lots more about like how to actually use it. And like re-implemented the entire thing, and then furthermore, I implemented all sorts of um, lang graph like requirements, if you like, lang graph like investment. What I mean specifically is this code right here. Like I built a reducer. I had to write my own function that consolidates the data together as it's traversing the state in the graph, which I did. I don't know if it's really a great implementation, but what I know is, as far as I can tell, like it's sort of explicitly checking for circumstances that I do feel confident about. In other words, like some fields have changed. Here it is. Some fields have changed. Or actually, not. That's not even right. Some fields are becoming populated. Um, so that's cool. And more. I mean, not to mention an entire this interviewer class more or less is a Langgraph uh, like graph processor. Like it's an entire Langgraph platform. It's an entire Langgraph. I don't know the noun. Um, it's a Langgraph program. It's in particular. It starts from this Go method here. Let me pull up this real API. So it's a little gnarly. This is what I want to fix today. I think Claude Code can make this really pretty and nice very easily. But the the hidden beauty, the hidden beauty um, in here that I see is that it's like 3 lines of code. You define the thing you want to learn about, the information you want to learn. So these notable numbers, for example, are defined up above. And again, it's kind of gnarly, but that's just because I've been testing it a lot by hand rather than the test suite. So there's a ton of stuff in here. I think today I'm going to make Claude Code more or less turn each of these into its own test. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be clean. It's going to be sort of hit a professional standard. This is totally unprofessional. Or day one prototyping. This is great. This is professional if you like to explore the solution space or whatever you want to say. But we gotta clean up our work here for sure. But this has been a ton of fun doing. So but the beauty is you just define your data model. So I've said, what's your favorite number? We're just asking, what's your favorite number? And who's asking, what's your favorite number? Well, Abraham Lincoln is asking John Wilkes Booth what his favorite number is. Furthermore, we could say Alice like openly despises John Wilkes Booth because of what he did, right? So we're going to say Abraham Lincoln is going to apparently, because it's $1 billion computer, let's enjoy it a little bit. We're going to collect a favorite number, but we're going to collect it in the context of Abraham Lincoln asking John Wilkes Booth what is his favorite number, being angry with him for having assassinated him, right? Openly angry with, right? So, that's just for fun because it kind of doesn't matter, but and then I've decorated the information that I want in all these convenient ways. That's the point. So it just by simply saying, I want to know what your favorite number is, that's one like third of the beauty. I've just simply said it. The second third is you just make it an object. Very simple. And then the third part is there's this interviewer with one go method. That's kind of either the two halves, the interview and the interviewer, or the 3/3, if you like, your freedom to define your data model, followed by the interview object and the interviewer. I certainly I've put a lot of effort to make these things kind of flexible enough or future-proof, I hope, to support arbitrary changes to the interviewer or the interview at any time. That's the idea. But for now, we've just got this. And the point is, this go method will execute one step of the conversation. In other words, the go method tends to return some messages that the AI has generated, let's say, right? So specifically, Abraham Lincoln is going to say, well, John Wilkes Booth, you're a bad guy, but I still want to know your favorite number. That's going to be the output message of this go. So it's an infinite loop. I kind of love it. It's an infinite loop, but it's clicking through. It's kind of clicking through like a watch wheel, you know. It's kind of clicking slowly, if you like. The interviewer is returning one message at a time. And it's saying, so as a developer, the beauty of it is, firstly, there's no user interface involved. This is completely back-end stuff. It's completely back-end stuff. And this interviewer is just saying, you know, if you're gathering this interview information, for example, these notable numbers, then here's the next thing you need to say, right? And then it's on me as the developer, with my developer hat, if you like, to implement the user interface, to implement the UI, to show, the way I like to think of it is to put it into the user's eyeballs, into the human's eyeballs, right? To put it on pixels somewhere, whatever, to render the UI. And furthermore, to gather the user's next message. That's also, I just literally do an input statement. Where is that? Here. Python input statement, like back to basics, Python 101, you know. So that's the developer experience. Is the interviewer just says, here's what to say next, right? Like in my example with the Abraham Lincoln and the John Wilkes Booth. But all along the way, where's a nice unit of code, or where's a nice bit of code? Oh, it's this _done, right? All along the way, my object populates and accrues information, including this little _done helper, to indicate that this is done. Yeah, and I don't really have good examples. The examples from the README are better, but you just invoke your field, interview.favorite, interview.leastfavorite, like this. It's super convenient. And furthermore, if you want one of those typecastings, you just invoke your field. It's my interview. You just invoke your field dot as your typecast, and it's ready for you as a developer. All of that information has been pre-computed by the billion-dollar computer, you know, by the language model, and placed there for your needs. That's the point. So that's the hidden beauty. That's why I think there's a hidden beauty. You know, this is a very much like a whiteboard kind of approach of, you know, scratch paper kind of, you know, anything goes work that I've done. But this confirmed like everything that I needed to confirm all along the way. And so, yeah, let's go enjoy it a little bit. So pull in my pull in my, so then if I just run it, run real. All right, let's see what it says. I imagine it'll be a little cheesy. Abraham Lincoln talking to John Wilkes Booth, being angry about his own assassination sounds cheesy. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is a system message. So this is not part of the user conversation. And then this is an AI message. This is part of the user. I was wrong. It is funny. Oh my God. Okay. Reply with just the number. So if I say, let's talk about that infamous day first. What was the date? So it says conversational. The system message prompted it to be conversational. Is that right? Let's go read April 14th, 1865. I bet it's right. I bet it's right. Is it a hallucination? 65, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good, 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 good. $1 billion computer. It's a $1 billion computer. Wonderful. So, after what you did. Okay. So, um, Ford's Theater. I drew my last breath. Mhm. Okay. So Abraham Lincoln's dead. So then, so let's you know challenge the language model. So I'll say my favorite number is 414 4. The I don't know why. I know it's going to get it right. The number of that month plus added to the number of that date, right? I think it'll get month number out of that. So what is that? 4 plus 14, 18? Is that the point? So is it going to say 18? I intend that people would, report if they have like, you know, positive experiences, like feedback forms. Like I don't really intend that this is all about what's your favorite number in your John Wilkes Booth. 18. 18. Perfect. So not only is it 18, but I think it's going to exit. I think the conversation is going to exit. I think we're running GPT-5. It's really slower. hmm So this is the part to celebrate. This is the part to celebrate. So dialogue finished. So the point is by prompting or by defining we're going to be Abraham Lincoln and so on, and in all of these decorators, and in some cases, in some cases there's no, it's sort of taken off the shelf. Let's just convert to French. In other cases, like my own keyword here, whatever you want to call it, and then in other cases, like yeah, like completely my prompting. Oh yeah, this speaking, is it one syllable when spoken in English, or is it two syllables when spoken in English, or it could be null. So my favorite number is 18, so it should be two syllables when spoken in English. So let's go back and revisit. That's the point of all these decorators here. So let's go back and revisit. Oh, hi, people saying hi. Hello, hello. No worries. The software's not even really shipped yet, um, my intention is to tidy it up here today, kind of revisit and get it shippable. I forgot to mention another big goal of mine is, especially with the use of Claude Code, is to ship this thing in two languages, using these decorators in TypeScript as well, and shipping really identical API, exactly the way that LangGraph supports both runtimes. I want to support both as well. Um, so yes, thank you for being on the journey here with me. The last time I wrote open source software, you couldn't just click Google on to record. So anyway, let's make some software. So that's awesome. Well, yeah. So let me celebrate a little bit. So now, with all that definition, the idea is that the most convenient possible information is at the fingertips of the developer, right? So all data types are strings in the model. All of these fields are a subclass of string. I hope, fingers crossed, I hope that works pretty well in TypeScript as well. So there's some built-in fields that I've, if you like, hard-coded that all fields will carry this context information. Next, this as quote is again a built-in, a freebie, or a hard-coded one, if you like, which is directly quote the user when they give you the answer. I don't know how useful they are, but they've certainly been useful as experiments and as getting the basic thing working. This as any other facts comes from my data definition. It's not a really great name, but I'm exploring this as any decorator. So there's a lot of fun ones. If I kind of split this code out, it'll kind of work this way, like that. So if I move the code over, I'm just gonna do one more. So if I move the code over, I don't intend to keep it this way, but there are 4 ways to ask the LLM to classify any information. The reason there are 4 ways is there are 2 ways to ask an LLM to classify information if you count not applicable is a valid response, or not applicable is not a valid response. Is it optional or mandatory that it be one of these choices, or one of these options of the choice, if you like? So that's a thing. And then secondly, it may or may not be appropriate to have more than one. You know, sometimes you want to know what is the best choice, or what is the best option. And other times I want to know what are all of these options which do apply. And so that's why there are 4 of them. So it's so awesome. This is the second time I've implemented this. I'm not happy. I was hoping that systems were more mature and I wouldn't have to. Again, I was hoping precisely for a framework like this one that I built. I'm scratching my own itch here. I was hoping for that. But anyway, so the way it works is, as a developer, I can do all so there's two of each of those makes 4 possible ways to query. And so as one means return back, if you like a scalar, it's going to return back the string even or the string odd. As maybe means it's going to return back this string or the other string, or it will return null. As multi means it will return one or more of these choices. So it's sort of like as one, as multi and as one kind of go together, because as multi just means, whatever, like from your old tests, A and D apply, or all of the above, any circumstance where all of the above is a valid choice, as multi applies there. And then as any is the broadest, 0 or more of these may apply. So please return. So as multi and as any, incidentally, these return lists or sets or something. These return sets of results. And then as one and as maybe return scalars, if you like. They return strings. So all of that's implemented and tested and round tripped. There may be bugs here or there. Oh, in particular on On GPT 4. I'm on GPT 5 now. That's something that just happened in the. Ooh, it's way at the top in the in the recent past. Where was it? Where is it in the interview object? Yeah, here we are. So we're on GPT 5, and summary is it's way better at doing the needful, getting these correct answers. But the latency is bad. Uh, well, it's not bad. It's far higher latency than the 4.1. So I'm encouraged. This thing could really, I mean, it really, this as maybe was misbehaving. And I don't remember as one was behaving very well. And I can't remember the others. I remember really ripping out my hair only really about this as maybe. So this thing could potentially, choose models or upgrade models if as maybe is in or not in the data model and that sort of thing. In principle, it could optimize and improve that, and or expose that to the library user to control as well. Just because it's the dark ages on these new CPU systems, and it's like it's just going to require that. But then the way this works then is just like the others. You say as something, and then you say dot, and then you choose any name you like as a developer. So as a developer, I want this parity attribute or property to be the string even or the string odd. I want this speaking property to be one of these strings or null, and then math facts would be an empty a set of one. This would be a set of one or more of them, and these other facts would be a set of 0 or more of them. And in fact, the number 14 is not prime, not Mersenne prime, and does not begin with 3. So that's why these other facts do not apply. So awesome. Oh, incidentally, it's returned none. I do have some maybe small type bugs or something, but that's great. So then these math facts, so it is composite and it is even, is 2 syllables when spoken in English. The parity field, I've reused some things because I'm bored. I'm trying to, this is far too much metadata to pull out of one integer field. This is a ridiculous real world example. It's a completely ridiculous real world example. So, but I love it. I think this is so awesome. I think I love the idea. I don't know if I love the idea of asking a language model to factor numbers for me, but I love the idea of trying to ask a language model to factor for me. I don't want to maybe be on a team that depends on these answers. They're of course easy to check. So, be of course very easy to confirm that, I guess. But today, that's really, really, really cool. I love prompting. This is one of the ones that it got ahead of me. It was more fun than I even predicted when I said, okay, I want to set type. These are basically types. We're going to cast to a type. We're going to cast it to bool. We're going to cast it to string. I want to set type, and it's going to be called factors. And what it is all factors excluding one in itself. Thank you very much. No more, no less. And the language model now needs to crank out, needs to factor arbitrary numbers for me. So great, so great. I bet it's trained up. I bet it knows through just the language model alone, whatever that means, lots of factors of common integers, or even, small integers up to 1,000 or 10,000 or maybe even 1,000,000. Certainly like favorite numbers, which do not cluster, evenly or whatever. It's going to know I bet it knows. I bet it's great. I bet it's great. Similarly, I've cast to this timestamp here. Oh, this as string. Oh, no, that's right. I've cast to this. I said I want it as a string, but the way I want it is this timestamp, right? I believe I could just tack on a name here. Since January 1st, 2025, like time this year or something. I believe I can just tack that on there And then if I rerun it, it's going to give it to me as a new key here. If I just say 23, just let that go. Let's keep going. This is awesome. So it is not a power of 2. That's a false. That's a Boolean false. It is not odd. That's a Boolean false. My traditional Chinese, because it's $1 billion computer, all I had to do is say I want it in traditional Chinese written out like this, and voila. That's not Chinese, that's French, but here it is. And so that presumably, I believe, is, was it 18, is it? Yes. That is 18 in Thai, this is 18 in French, and that is the integer 18 as opposed to the string 18. So awesome. So that's Chatfield. And all it did was, you know, return back to me as the developer. I'm thinking if I want to use Chatfield, all I really need to do is call this go function. This user inputs begins as null. And Chatfield's going to tell me what to do next. You know, I got the React front end, you know. Someone really impressed me one time. I asked him about, do you like the front end or the back end? And he said, the front end is so complex. This is years ago. He said the front end is so complex that the front end programming now is splits into the front end of the front end and the back end of the front end. Like, or in React, if you like, there's like state management and managing state. And when Redux was hot, if it, you know, all of that, that would be, if you like, the back end of the front end. And then there's, you know, animations and, you know, visual outputs and all of this fun stuff. That's the front end of the front end. So I think that's really true. So then that would make Chatfield the back end of the front end, if you like. I think that's right. I intend to make this thing runnable on a web browser JavaScript environment before long. So that's right. So as a developer, I call go. Go tells me what to say. At the moment, it returns this list of messages. I don't know if I love it. I think maybe I don't love it. I think maybe I just want it to return a message, and then maybe even just a string. Keep it real simple. Maybe just a string, you know, and just to keep it simple. And if as a developer, if I want to keep some state of the history of it, wonderful. I can just keep some state of I can just keep an array and append a message to an array. If you know, because right now with this UI, I don't need it. I'm literally just printing out to the screen. This, what is it? Print out. We get some John Wilkes Booth stuff. Booth, after what you did, I have no patience for pleasantries. Answer plainly. What is your favorite number? So that is awesome. It keeps claiming to convert to Roman numerals to me. I don't know why. I guess it's a language model. It's $1 billion computer. I don't know why. So 2 10s and a 3. That's totally it. Awesome. So let's get going. We've celebrated enough. There's enough celebration. Let's rock and roll. Let's see. So how's my code doing? Oh, okay. So, oh wow. Oh, these are the changes I made just for playing around. That's John Wilkes Booth. Openly angry with John Wilkes Booth. So, oh yeah. And then it's somewhere, Claude Code deleted my own notes to myself. Let's see if I can find it. Claude Code deleted my Chatfield README. Yeah, that was it. Maybe it's not good. What? Oh, that's not going to work. Where'd it go? I know. There it is. Let's see. 1 OBA1. Is that enough? Nope, it's already gone there. 31EB. Oh, lots of work. I bet that's it. OE61C. Good. Here's my old README. JavaScript. The plan was basically all the decorators are done. So we're getting back. So the problem now is the test suite has been completely incompatible with, in fact, instead of saying it, the idea was someday build a AI listener that can listen to my live stream and do things, but that's okay. So let's just start it. And the idea is, let me just tell it. Oh, okay. So we're going to do Chatfield. Stop. The, what is that? Run. Let me just cite it. Yes. Run real. Completely works, including all commented out decorators as well. Help me like what? Oh, I know. I want to do two things of work. Firstly, update all documentation and Claude.md files as needed. Bring the test suite. Like what? What is it? Interviewer, decorators. All right, let's see if that's enough. Let me put it in plan mode and let's go. Claude Code. Ooh, I'm out of coffee. Oh, dang. I'm so American. I love water and I love lots and lots and lots of ice. I always have my whole life. Uh it's so great. It's so great. I love a massive amount of iced water. So perfect. Thank you. No, I just changed the implementation. Yeah, exactly. I should start thinking like when I don't know how I don't this the scratching of good, this is a thorough plan. The scratching of the itch was I just need an interactive mode. I mean the point was, in fact, while we're waiting for Claude, I can sort of revisit this. The reason this project needs a new repository and needs a new project and it needs to publish to I want to publish a package. Uh, it is because it began as a side quest, if you like, from the broader idea of generic DevOps. And the reason it's a side quest is I believe there's no way to do, if you like, professional DevOps or safe, ops or ML ops, or I believe there's no way to run a Terraform command and boot up infrastructure or something like that without an interactive mode. Claude Code kind of can be interactive. I presume they have a sort of logic in there. And then also to some extent it's open source, and I became very interested in the idea of building an agentic framework just to solve that one problem. But I believe that's a different challenge from these other phases, really. So I want to get back to that. But let's keep going. So Claude Code is ready to go. Woo! Okay. Here's my plan. Documentations. Update the README. Okay, I want to even talk about, cardinality. Nice, cardinality. Somebody got an expensive education. Cool. I thought cardinality. No, I know arity. Okay. Sub-attribute decorators. And you can't fool me either, cardinality. I know this is Anthropic, and the other one that was embarrassing was ChatGPT or GPT-4 1. But GPT-4.1 was claimed when it came out to be, you know, smart, and it consistently failed to classify numbers into the category one syllable when spoken in English, two syllables when spoken in English, or none of them, or neither of, or none of the above. Bombed, like F on the test, bombed it. So you can't fool me now. You can't fool me now. I'm not impressed. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I got to work out my own demons here. Okay, so what are we doing? I'm trying to decide whether I want to tell it. I think I will. For the README, I want to I want to emphasize. Um, Firstly, let's just write them out. Firstly, show how easy it is to get like a quick data definition, and show how the .go interviewer method just returns back what to show, what to say to the user, right? And the returns back what to say, right? So that's one thing. How easy it is to get a quick data definition. Use plausible examples from like today's developer. What am I trying to say? I'm gonna even say like I'm just gonna tell it the florid long prose and just begin by show. Yeah, let's do that. I've always been embarrassed about the kind of intro to the README. But again, it's a real-time programming system. It's not a quality programming system. It's a quality real-time system, but it doesn't output quality. That's the point. It's a quality real-time system that gives you code in 3 seconds. It is not, there are no real guarantees on that the output will itself be quality in any way. It tends to be. And I believe that that's why I kind of want to get back into Claudey with a chance of DevOps more, the parent project. I believe that a lot of the techniques of like sort of unreliable systems, unreliable software systems, or things like this, like the actor model and these supervision models and real time. I'm hoping to maybe learn some lessons from a world I don't really know well, which is like real time, which is more real time. I know a bit from just programming Erlang, but nothing ever really super serious. I believe that, but in Erlang, there's definitely even without real time stuff, there's a massive like philosophy of like, you cannot trust kind of anything at all. That's this actor model and all there, it's very like, it's very Descartesian. There's me, I'm an actor, I know I exist. I can like shout messages out into the ether, and that's all I know. And also messages may just arrive in my ears from the ether. That's like all you're allowed to know. And then everything else is just, we're gonna have a conversation on top of all of that. It completely works. So I believe that even from the systems we have today, you can achieve really, really high quality output, not only from training them better, and also now there's open source, there's good models that are open source that you can fine tune. I think not only all of that, but also like basically like spending 10 times more tokens than you might think initially, or 100 times more, generating 10 solutions and throwing 9 of them away, and then on the basis of that generating 10 more sub solutions, something like that might seem on its face wasteful, but in the same way that computers are like wasteful in many ways that we don't care about anymore because it's all it's all just microseconds that on so let's keep going. uh Plausible examples for today's developer, typical use case for a tool like this. Okay, next, show progressively more like detailed examples. And then what was I going to say? And then I guess show off all the decorators that are implemented. That's it. Cool. Now, I should have been talking about Descartes and all this nonsense now while I'm spending tokens. Okay. Let me just click it over. Let me become an advanced user. So I'll just click it over. Off we go. Cool. Field proxy string. Nice. Cool. It's not totally done. There's some, but it doesn't have to be done to be shippable. And, definition of done is always tricky, um, question itself. So, but I do feel like, whew, it's been a long time since the test suite could even, I don't even know if the test suite, that it would probably throw import errors and things like that already. It's completely broken. Would you like to proceed? Oh shoot, I thought I did. I thought I was an advanced user by clicking it to auto edit. Anyway, and I'm starting to even think like Claude Code may have been the first, but maybe this would be a whole genre, right? This is like uh this is like Doom, or Wolfenstein, this is creates an entire genre where then it's, do I want to become an expert at using Claude Code, or do I want to become an expert at using these command line, planning and executing assistants? I'll have to think. Hit enter to queue up additional messages. Oh, that's awesome. I think they've done more work than people might appreciate. This hit enter, I don't think this is really like, I think there's a lot of careful work and tedium you have to get done to get that into the LLM well. It doesn't seem like this is prompt stuff, but well, queuing them up is not so bad. But hitting escape and updating the plan, that's awesome. Now, I've been prompting these LLMs for a long time. Ooh, wonderful. Wait, it should be making these changes though. Yeah, I don't need to read. I guess I can skim it. Well, actually, let me just switch over. It's going to be cleaner here. Oh, somebody commented and said switch to dark mode. I think that's a great idea. Let's do that right now. That'll be fun. So I miss, maybe the number one thing I miss from a Mac is command comma on all the apps. So here we are. Where is that? Workbench, is it? Scheme, here we are. So if I go dark, I almost always, I don't have, do I have Zenburn installed? I don't have Zenburn. I almost always go Zenburn. I'm going Zenburn. You can't stop me. I'm going Zenburn. I've been using that theme like my whole life. I don't know what's the difference. 33K. Sung Hero, here we go. All right. Ooh, thank you. So now we're dark. Now we're Zenburn. Thank you. There's a low contrast theme. That's how I learned about it. What is this diagram here? Oh, right. That's my code. Okay. So now we're in a, do I like it? Am I just not used to it? Oh, hold on. No, I think I don't like it. I was just bragging. I'll keep it for a moment. Yeah, I'll keep it for a moment. Now, have I not checked these in? Yeah. Let's see if I can just... Yeah, John Wilkes Booth. We don't care. We don't need John Wilkes Booth. Yeah. Let's just pull that out. Okay. We're fine. Because Claude Code hopefully would have seen these decorators. I told it specifically, go and find commented out decorators. So I think it will. All right, so we're still, oh yeah, I was going to read a diff. Yeah, let's go read a diff. Let's see how Zenburn feels in a diff. So Claude.md changed, so that's cool. LLM powered validation. Oh, so it updated. Is this my top level Claude.md? Yes, it is. Cool. So it updated my top level Claude. Wonderful. Interview base class, field proxy, string subclass providing transformation access. Comprehensive decorator system. Alice and Bob roles. Oh, that's really cool. I was thinking let's make it convenient for the developer. Alice and Bob, everyone knows Alice and Bob, but a language model also knows Alice and Bob. That's neat. Must reject hint. I haven't implemented must and reject, I don't think. I certainly haven't, no, I haven't implemented it. Very cool. What's next? So woo, good. This is the Claude.md, okay. Oh, so it's just like rewrote my Claude.md. I bet that's right. Or did it just white space my stateful conversation, transformation proxies? Yes. Yes. I wonder if Pydantic would have been better than writing my own little get attribute proxies. I wonder if that's a little not invented here. Although, I don't know. I think there's a value. Oh, I think I remember thinking about JavaScript when I decided that. Okay, let's keep reading. Good. So it's tidying up my tree. Whew. Yeah, this is just code duplication. This is awesome. If a language model wants to keep these in sync, it's welcome to do so. I would not want this in my README. Good. Wonderful. So this is all actually accurate now. This is awesome. Presets. Oh, future. Oh yeah, presets. That'll be fun. We could do John Wilkes Booth and all that. That'd be fun. That'll be awesome. Then what? Core components. Interview class. Nice. Oh, so it's completely... Yes. Good. Thank you. README's changed. So the README I was really looking forward to. In fact, let's go render it and mark. Let's go render it. Is this it here? Good. Let's go preview it. There we go. Okay, awesome. Actually, let's like... Yeah. Okay. Okay. Actually, that's not bad. I do feel that forms are rigid. I feel maybe I'm just old. I find forms like you sort of have to slow down and like get everything right, you know, and they're all they're all uniquely tedious, you know, and you have to notice the user interface. You have to notice the red, you know, I don't know, like, do other people, as soon as I encounter a form, I'm immediately thinking, whew, like, is this thing going to crash? I'm like assessing, ooh, is this website stable? If there's like if the URL looks like a super corporate nasty, you know, like, or old or legacy system, then I become skeptical of the form itself. You know, like I'm having all these thoughts about forms. I find forms make my mind race in a way that I don't like. So I love it. I love it. So let's start. This is cool. Title, steps, expected, actual. Conduct the interview. That's cool. Ooh, man, I even want to improve this. right now and just say it's just going to give you a string. It's only if you want to, yeah, if I want to go see the entire message history, I can go interviewer.getState. I can do something like that, or interviewer.graph.getState. Yeah, I could do that. So I'm going to tighten that up. Oh, is it done? The documentation now accurately reflects the working implementation. All right, I'll just keep the window up and rather than resuming it a million times. So ooh, nice. So let's update the documentation only, right? Let's just check it in. That's fine. So, whatever. At some point I gotta get more, I think, more professional with my check-in, with my commit messages and stuff. But that's not today. So that's nice. So now that it's pushed up, let's just go read it on GitHub, right? It should just be right here. Wonderful. Oh, and I remember, I'm gonna just get it started, tightening up. I want to, instead of .go returning a list of messages, it simply only returns a string or none, maybe, I think is possible. That string is the content of the latest message of the like latest, I know what it is, AI message in the messages state. Let's do that. And then presumably it'll update the documentation and stuff. Thank you. Yes. I bet it will. I bet it already will. Water. Let's rock and roll. Oh, Jabir, you messaged in chat about TypeScript. That's great. I'm gonna try that now. How much time have I got? Not much. We can start it now. Because my first step, I know exactly what I want to do. I want to ask Claude Code. I think some of this is using advanced sort of new TypeScript features of these decorators. I think specifically it's new. It's brand new. Like it's beta feature or something. It's not even on by default, perhaps, which is decorating fields of a class. And so I really want to go back and think, like I've said, I think the code converts this syntactic sugar just into a simple dictionary data model. It's doing, it's tracking the title, this bug report. In fact, the prompt is too aggressive. Abraham Lincoln is talking to John Wilkes Booth about favorite number objects and things I don't want, but these are little prompt bugs. But the syntactic sugar to set up that conversation is open for me to define. And it's what I want is that it's just ideal in both languages. It's not obvious to me yet. Should it be identical in both languages? And we're using these decorators, perhaps, and that sort of thing. Or is it like idiomatic and sort of going with the flow in each language? So maybe TypeScript has a better way to specify this. And, maybe I just make a class in TypeScript. Maybe I subclass an interview in TypeScript, but maybe the decorators are less useful. I don't know. I'll ask Claude Code in a moment here, really, to get started. And I think Claude Code will be very useful because then Claude Code could give me some ideas on the implementation. I want it to implement the entire thing. That's certainly my goal. So what is this? We modified the Go To return optional string, yes. It extracts the latest AI message from the content from the interrupt and returns it directly. Yes, we updated the listen node to include the AI in the interrupt data. Oh, we'll see if that's the right implementation. The README. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just go see what's changed. Claude Code, Claude changed, Claude.md changed. What is that? Go returns. Okay. Oh, run real is also changed. Yeah. Let's go see how run real has changed. Hopefully more red than green. Yes. So this is just AI message. Interviewer returned. Not sure if none should ever return back. Whoo! Well, it really loves to delete my to-dos here. I got to bring that back. Let's bring that back. I wanted Claude Code to put all these to-dos in GitHub issues for me. Where was that? Sorry, what was I even reading? The run real. Yeah, run real. And then where was that? That was the if AI message. Yep. So this is the new code. Where is that? If AI message. Here it is. So we'll keep that. Okay. I still am unsure if none should return. It seems to me that it's not the interviewer's decision whether the interview will proceed or not. It's totally not the interviewer's decision to make. As far as the interviewer knows, the conversation will proceed indefinitely. And the reason for that is potentially a user could pull just like a ChatGPT, and you can pull up old conversations and just send a follow-up message and the conversation proceeds. It's awesome. It's stateless. You know, in some sense, it's awesome. So that's good. And then the point is the interviewer has populated this interview object so that underscore done will evaluate true. So the interviewer has done all that's necessary to inform the caller, to inform the bigger system that it's not that the interview is complete or the interview is it's not that the conversation never ends. It's that all of the information either is or is not collected yet, but it's always subject to change potentially, and so on. So I like this. So I think this is correct. Let's go read the implementation. This will be the first time I've let Claude Code back in my implementation. It's been several days that I banished it out. It didn't do anything wrong. It just generated 1,000 lines of code I had to catch up with, really. So, all right. So how are we going to, let's go read that go function. Def go, here it is. So it returns an optional string here, right? And so, oh, what's changed? Let's go read the diff actually. Whoops. Let's go read the diff of the interviewer go function. Listen. So when we interrupt, we pass an AI message to it. No, I don't think this is good, right? AI underscore message. I think this is a bug. Go. Okay, wrote me a doc string. That's fine. Oh, here's where I'm collecting my interrupts. I don't think I like this code. Oh my gosh, look, it just loves to drop out all these commented code. I guess I could put that in Claude.md. How do you do that? Is it like that? I'll just say that. I don't know if I wanted. Okay. So I think. So now what it's doing is it's just looping through. It still returns an interrupt object. Oh, here's where it extracts it out. Oh, okay. Are these interrupt objects? Interrupts.append is instance. Yeah, it absolutely is. State underscore delta. Oh, right, the state. So the delta is a tuple and the first object is that interrupt. And then we append its value. Oh, okay, so we don't append why we didn't append interrupts to the interrupts list. This was called interrupts, but it actually accumulated interrupt values. Great. Then, so that's how I was allowed to just return it back. This is the very end of the go function. The problem is I'm still not confident. It's not clear to me whether this stream could potentially return 2 interrupts. So I'm going to keep my old code, I think. I'm going to keep my old code here. I'm not going to take this diff, but I will take some of it. What do I want to do? Let's just start pulling in changes, actually. Let's queue up changes. Yeah, let's take some of these changes. Let's do that. So what is that next change? Yeah. I don't want this yet. Interrupt feedback. No, I like my... No. Yes, we do want this. Stage it. Okay, done. Is it dropping this message out? Let's actually take that, whatever. I'm not going to take any of this. I like all my exceptions in throwing. I like all that. Or rather, I like this exception here. So let's keep it. So all that stays. So there's not much that changes. So then let's just check that in. That's just like whatever. Not very useful. So then let me think from the run real API perspective, let's go there. I think that's awesome. I think it got it right for me. Let's get out of here. Read me. Here it is. Yes, from running. I think this is nice. Let's not print the collect. Oh yeah, look, I think I should. But then it makes it look ugly later. I'll turn it off. Okay. So that this is just a message and it's going to be a string. It's possible to start a conversation with a user message. Yeah. Yep. Done. Next. Message. It's not AI message anymore. It's just message. Right? Wonderful. So now this favorite. Oh yeah, that was always. Oh, here's another pretty printing out. We don't want that. We want to see your favorite number. In fact, it doesn't even matter because it prints it out so nice later on. This pretty print is really fun. Whoops, this pretty print is awesome. So that's fine. So that's correct. It's literally a string. Like that. I just want to see it. Actually, let's break it there because I just want to see it. The question is, it could ever return empty string? I think the answer is no. In fact, I don't care anymore. I've changed my mind. I want it back. Don't care. Okay. So if there's a message, then we're just going to print out the message. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. Interviewer.go. Interviewer.help. No, help. Interviewer.go. So next, I just need to bite the bullet and implement it the way I want it in the interviewer object here. So hold on. So this run real is legit. Just a string, right? So that's fine. I'm going to add more to it. Chatfield. Do I want any of this code here? Feedback. I think I may want this like is instance code. That's not too earth-shattering. And then do I want anything else? Interrupts. No, I'm gonna just drop it. I'm just gonna drop it all out. Okay, so now we're back to the original implementation. I feel like this is fine. For each interrupt, it's taking the value, it's accumulating it. For the case that I ever get in fact, I was gonna like delete this. I don't even know. I could find it in the documentation or something. I don't know yet if it ever even is possible to get more than one interrupt at the same time. It certainly seems like if it is possible, it's going to be rare. It's going to happen from some sort of race condition or deliberate testing, or I don't even know, or maybe running at a real high scale. I'm not sure yet. So because it's per conversation, conversations move at like seconds, seconds or tens of seconds cadence. So that's fine. But anyway, what's happened so far every time is there's one of these, this exception's never thrown, and we just simply return the value of that interrupt. And what is that interrupt value? Well, it used to be the entire messages. It used to be the entire messages state, but I'm going to change that. That's where I want to bring this code back. So latest AI content equals none, right? It's basically like this. We're going to run through the messages reversed. Yeah, I don't know how stable this is or how good this is. Listen. I think it's fine. If we're passing to the listen node, it means there's an AI message, ready to go. In fact, I'm going to try this. I'm going to say the AI message. Do I have time? Yeah, I think I do. Must be either the -1 element. Wait, I think it must be the -1 element. Yeah, in fact, I'm just going to insist that it be the... So, exactly. So that's the last message. And then, I don't know, I guess I'll just throw an exception. I don't know what to do, but let's just keep going. So then if it's not that we go through reversed, it's that it must be an instance. Yeah. Let's just throw for now. I'm trying to decide, but I think when the listen node runs, there is always an AI message at the end. Whether there's been a tool call, that's fine. Oh, and then what is this AI message? Uh-oh, where's that code? Where's AI message? I know it definitely, I've implemented it somewhere. Human message. Oh, yeah. Yeah, from LangChain core. Here it is. Yes, it's this code here. So let's go get that. So we now need to get an AI message. Oh, was it? Shoot, was it here? No, it was not. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. So decorators, close it. Preview, close it. Interviewer, the AI message. Let's go import that from LangChain core. Where does that go? Oh, shoot. I'm ready to go. Okay, so there it is. Right. They will just say MSG, fine. So if it's not an AI message, we throw. So this is all fine. Latest AI content, that's all fine. Make the thing prompted, that's all totally fine. So then the feedback will be the message. Or we can just say, no, MSG. And then the feedback will be msg.content. I don't know, strip, sure. So then we send that back. So I think that's done. I think that's basically done. Yep. So if that's done, then the interval calls will return back to the .go caller. Yep, we're good. Now, occasionally this interrupt will return. Yes, it will. We get the user content. Oh, this is the state update, so that's perfectly fine. So that's totally awesome. So I think that actually will work. Let's try it. Python run. Are we still John Wilkes Booth and all that stuff? Mr. Booth. Yeah, so I'll say 64, which is a power of 2. So this message has returned back as a string, much cleaner. I like it better. I like it better for sure. If I want to keep state and stuff like that, history, for the moment, I can do that on the developer side. It makes Chatfield super, super, super clean and simple. It's just going to return back. You call go and it tells you what to say. And then you call go again, it tells you what to say. It reminds me of like Cyrano de Bergerac, right? It is a composite. It is a power of 2. It is even. It is a perfect square. It is also, yeah, that's awesome. So this all works. Wonderful. 32, 2, 4, 8, 16. Totally great. And then my trace. So that's super awesome. So that works. Hey there, I got multiple interrupt. Fine. Return a string from the.go method. Super awesome. Way, way cleaner. So let me just check it all in. I know that's super bad commit. I'm committing documentation and test code at the same time. These are sloppy commits. But that's okay. We're not released yet. It's about, we got to get some, we got to get going. So make the LM right. Wonderful. So that means the README. So if all that's pushed up, let's reread the README. Yeah. That's the entire interview code. Okay. I wanted to do let's start it asking about implementing JavaScript to have fun, but that's awesome. Now that Chatfield is nearly complete, give me a comprehensive plan to re-implement Chatfield JS to match it. I am specifically want to know about at least 2 issues. The first issue is is the current syntactic sugar decorator, is the current syntactic sugar plausible in TypeScript? And then secondly, is the implementation decorators, Python, like get attribute, proxies, field proxies to subclass string, going to work like mostly the same, or we need to square that circle. Off you go. Let's put it in plan mode. Okay. So while it's planning JavaScript, this is awesome. Let's go back and have fun. So this is an entire, I might even tighten it up. You don't need for title. Title? No, definitely not. Bug report. So instead of actual, oh, I see. Bug report, title, steps to reproduce, and expected. No, the title should kind of be implied. They could ask the LM. You could make a, ooh, computed fields. That'd be fun. Let's throw that in the README. Calculated fields. Calculated fields. Because that field might kind of imply that, you know, all three of these need to exist before that field would be relevant. Let's just drop that into the README real quick and keep going. Because I want to wrap this up in five to 10 more minutes. README. Is this the wait? Oh, this is the right. I forgot. I put real no. Oh, it's like a real README now. Shoot. The parent README is still a complete shambles. So we'll just throw it in here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, shambles. Thoughts to do. Yeah. In here, I don't know. Chatfield, computed fields, where you ask the LM to consolidate multiple other fields. You know, so you could just say, hey, I want a computed field, which is the title of the bug report, given the steps and the expected and the actual. If you read all those, then you as $1 billion computer should be able to tell a title for me so that the user does. This is ridiculous. It's like email. I email people. I have to think of a subject like it's still the 1980s. It's ridiculous. Okay. So, but this is awesome. We make an object. We make an interviewer. We pass the interview object to the interviewer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the user input does not exist, and we just loop through until the report is done. That's nice. Yeah. And so then, ooh, this AI message. Let's tighten that up, though. That's gross. Let's tighten that up. Nobody wants to think about. I don't like AI. I try to avoid the word AI because it's vague. So let's just say message. If message, print message. Oh, you could actually have, ooh, the interviewer. It would be nice to give them like a name, right? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Or like bug system. Your message. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Your input. Your input, right? Yep, keep it simple. So then, if it's not done, I think I know what I'll say. Right? That if statement could even get tightened up even better like that. I say it. Right? I say. I display it. I show it to the user. The user provides next input, provides the user what says something in the conversation. Stop it. And that's it. And then back. That's the entire loop. So kind of do it like that, right? The user says something, user input. The user says something. Right, so it's almost like I provide user input, The interviewer tells me what to say, something like that, right? Let's make it second person. The interviewer returns what to say, right? Show it to the user, second person. Yes, much better. And then receive user input. Yeah. Right. And then provide user input. The interviewer returns what to say. Wonderful. Super, super simple. Title, print report dot. We could do like, right. Oh, most normal people use double quotes, right? The user tried these steps. They expected, right? Or let's do this, right? Let's make it simpler to read. Right? Steps. Right? Right. Expected. Report.expected. Right? Actual. Yeah, actually, I like that better. Report.actual. Yeah. Okay, super clean, super nice. Let's just check that in. That's pretty cool. Save that. And then let's read about JavaScript. Oh dear. No, I'm gonna read the answer here. Let's check that in though. Wait, all the readmes changed? What's going on? Oh, Chatfield. Right. Okay, and then this is the real readme. Cleaner example. Whoops. Getting started. The most important example in the entire system is your your quick start in GitHub. That's how the entire world works. Well, we'll see. But this is perfect. This is perfect. This is almost perfect. Let's just tighten up this print, right? Why bother? Just let it go. That's a force push here. All right, who cares? Okay, so this is awesome. Very nice. Super nice. It's going to... What should happen? What actually happens? Conduct the interview. Hey, Google, stop. This is the input. We're going to say go, provide the user input. The interviewer returns what to say. Print it. Receive the input. Back to the loop. Back to the loop. Oh, this is a little bit, this report.done is a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. Right, it should kind of be a do while loop, which Python doesn't really have. So that's very clear though. It's kind of more clear than perfect code. It's extremely clear. Extremely clear. Super awesome. So let's just quickly read about a plan for TypeScript, and then I need to get ready for something. So comprehensive plan to re-implement Chatfield. Current Python syntax is not directly plausible. String subclassing. Aha, I thought subclassing strings might be trouble. TypeScript need proper method bodies. Okay, wonderful. TypeScript decorators are more restrictive. Okay. Field proxy as a string subclass. Works perfectly, giving full string behavior. Must use a wrapper class with a toString. I don't know about that. Decorators can modify functions directly and store mutated. Right. TypeScript needs reflect metadata. Okay. I think we can still get it working. Core architecture redesign. Oh, this will be cool. Create an interview base class with TypeScript from the syntax. Okay. Field proxy, string wrapper. I don't know about this two string and value of maybe. And then the decorator system. And I want to get into this experimental. I know there's experimental decorators, field decorators. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. And this is where I was saying, like, is it that it's identical in both systems, or is it that it's idiomatic in both systems? So I could explore what's idiomatic in TypeScript. Okay, so let me say like JS conversion plan. I'm just gonna tell it to save it and then log out and then prepare to log out. So I think everything's pushed up. Oh, I need to restore my, where was that? No, here. Yes. Yep, it's all pushed up. Okay, it's going to store that. I don't think I need to document like literally every pixel of every thing. So this is awesome. Add validation, hints, must, reject. Ooh, that's cool. That would totally work in a language model most of the time. That would also easily work in a regular expression, but that's cool. Estimate.team size. This is wrong, right? As int team size. This is wrong. Estimate.confidence, unless estimate is project estimate. No, okay, it's a little bit wrong. I need to fix this. This is a little bit wrong. That's not how it works. Right. That's awesome. Yes. Request.affected users. Yes, that seems right. Prime factors of the number. I mean, yeah, that works, but so this is almost perfect. Okay, it's still writing out. I think I'm gonna log out though, and just save that file or something, or just leave it and check it in next time, because the documentation is up to scratch. I haven't been running the test suite, although it really did very well on that last time. So I don't think there'll be a rabbit hole or something to solve there. I think all of the tests we can run. There's more tests to do. What I've been postponing really is testing the prompting and testing whether, changing a prompt actually matters or not. And there's a lot of really great ways to do that nowadays. So I will, let me let it save that, and then I will push that up in the next one. So that's been super awesome. So this is working. JavaScript's going to be a fun challenge. It looks like it's not going to be trivial. It's going to be a good challenge to do. Oh, I see what it's done. All right, but that's pushed up, so we'll stop. Great. Very good.